Welcome back to Whimsical Farm, and this is a garden video, but what we're going to do today is look at something special that's been added on. Hey, doggers, get in that pond over there. Come on. We're going to look at something special that's been added to the garden. We got a well pump, and we're running off of a well, but it gets to be a little bit of a pain because it's starting and stopping all the time and runs up the electric bill, and never know for sure if it's going to have a problem. So we added on something else. We went out here in the woods and we found a spring. All this has been mowed. My wife was kind enough to mow and weed eat all this junk away from the nice little spring. And let's see what we got out here. Now this is something unusual. You don't see this every day. You see a filing cabinet out in the woods. This was free from work. It's a repurposed device. It is totally waterproof. I've had a lot of stuff in it out for the last 2 years, and it stayed dry, so I decided to use it. So got it sitting up on top of a couple of concrete blocks, nice and level. Up on top of it looks like there is a solar panel. And we are off into the trees, but there's still plenty of sunshine that comes and hits this spot most of the time. Inside the top drawer, let's see what we have. Oh, look at there. We got a coffee cup. That's important for any technicians. And we have a solar charger. I will put this in the link so that you can have one of these if you want one exactly like it. You can see from the symbol, if you look closely, it is showing the output from the solar panel to the battery is currently 13.1 volts, which is a good hot battery, and that's partially shaded. So I'm happy with that. And if you check the next drawer, we've got looks like some spare wire and a water jug. Let's go to the bottom and see what we got. All the way to the bottom, we find a very large lead acid truck battery. Uh-oh, someone has got off into the water. What you doing in there? Kaiser, what you doing, buddy? Did you find a frog or something? Okay, you're doing good. So in the bottom drawer, so that it doesn't tip the cabinet over, we have a very large truck battery, and it's hooked up to a cable that goes over to 2 different places. One is the controller that's in the top drawer off the solar panel. And the second thing is it goes off to a special device, which is a pump. And this pump, I will put in all the information on this pump, but this is a Seaflow pump. Let's see if I can get a good picture of this. That is a Seaflow pump. It's got a pressure switch on it. It puts out 55 pounds. I have an input hose. Let's go ahead and tilt this up so you can have a look. I'm going to try to give you as many details as I can for this kind of a video. Down inside, you can see that is its suction tube. That's a piece of PEX. It's going down into a very fresh spring. This spring is capable of producing 1 gallon per minute, and it is slowly but surely putting that out right now. So now this is very impressive to me. Let's try this nozzle. It is set on full. Now watch this. This is that little bitty pump. I'm going to turn it on so you can hear it. I want you to see everything. There's the pump. Here's the nozzle. Now listen for the pump. There's the output. Plenty of output. There's the pump running. See the pump? You can see you see it running. See the water coming up through the intake. There's the pump. There's a switch for it. Watch this. I'm going to set this down a second. Watch this. Ready? Off. Now that thing, the water drops out of it. Watch how quick it primes. It is running. Shower. Now the shower has restricted the output, and listen to the pump. Hear it nice and quiet. Now I'm going to turn this down so it doesn't have very much output. This pump is a variable speed pump. Now see, I've got that throttle down now to about half of the output of the shower, and the pump is still running rock solid. Now it kicked one time on a recycle, that's no big deal. Now I'm gonna give it a little more flow. As soon as you increase flow, RPM of the pump goes up. Now if you get it low enough, I'm gonna turn this down to almost nothing. If you get it low enough, you can make the pump cycle. But most people don't run anything quite that low. So here we go, I'm gonna increase the flow just a little bit. I'm gonna do it where you can see it. As soon as you increase the flow the least little bit, pump's running solid. All right, watch this, I'm gonna turn it off. Ready, here we go. Man, as soon as you turn it off, it hits that 55 pounds it's rated at. As soon as you turn it back on, watch how long it takes the pump to kick in. Let's get that. Pump's running. Turned off again. Now let's turn the flow on. Wide open throttle on the flow. Hit the switch. Look at that. Still maintains some pressure, right? Switch back on. Now you're watching the pump. You see the suction going down into the spring and the output coming off the sprayer. Here we go. Putting out really good, really consistent. Listen how quiet this pump is. This little Seaflow is wonderful. All right, now let's look at our battery voltage and see what's happening over here. Again, the sun is in the process of going down. So we'll look at our battery voltage. And you can see it has pulled it down a little bit, but this thing will run even if you get down. I think this device is set up for 10.5 volt cutoff. So we could probably run all night on real low with a large truck battery and we'd be fine. If you want to sprinkle the garden on real low, it would have no problem. We can't put out more than 1 gallon per minute on our particular spring because that's all it makes. I've measured it carefully, and this spring will put out 1 gallon. Take a 1 gallon jug, it'll fill it up in a minute. So I'm really impressed with this pump. It's not perfect, but it is variable speed. And it adjusts to supply and demand, no problem at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this, let's put this in this jug right here. Let's see if I can get that without spraying my face off. Okay, we got that, a little stainless steel bowl in there flopping around. All right, this is gonna be for sheep and for dogs and whoever else wants to come by and get a little drink. My water hole, that was too big of a job. I had to dig a bunch of bricks out of it, but we'll build that up later and put a special container in it. But right now, we're just using the sprayer now that we have a good output off a hose. And man, that thing is really doing a fantastic job. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I don't impress easy on equipment, but this thing runs quiet. Listen to it. See how I did the input? I had a special 1/2-inch MPT female, screwed it on with some thread tape, put PEX on there with a special PEX expander tool. I did the exact same thing on the output, except this one goes into a shark bite and a 3/4 male adapter to get to a large industrial air hose, actually, one that they threw away at work. And then a simple switch here, only broke the positive, and it works very good. Smooth as silk. I'll eventually build a small shed over this, but right now, that is pretty smooth. Watch that pump go. On and running. And it's flowing. I've got it on sprinkler head, filling that container up. Here's off. I'll get it in close so you can see it when I start it. Starting on 3, 2, 1. Cranks right up. Has no problem priming. I'm really proud of this little pump. This thing ran me right at 68 bucks off of Amazon, and I will put the link on the tail end of this video. It came with a 2-year warranty, and you can buy an extended warranty for just a few dollars. I'm never big on those, but let me get a little closer so you can see the specifications. And it gives you 11.3 liters per minute or 3 gallons per minute. 12 volt DC. Amperage is 3.5 amps and a 7.5 amp max. It'll probably pull every bit of that. I haven't put it to it, but it will drag a large battery down if you just open it wide open throttle with no nozzle on it. It'll pull that battery down pretty quick. So you definitely need lots of sunshine, a good solar panel, and you'll be in good shape if you decide to run it wide open. We cannot do that because you can't keep getting 3 gallons per minute off of a spring that only makes 1 gallon. So how are we going to use this for the garden? Well, it's pretty easy. We're going to go get us some IBC containers. They hold 330 gallons. Get 3 of those, and we can have 1,000 gallons of water sitting up there ready to use. The solar panel will bring it in slowly. We can throttle all this down to 1 gallon per minute. And there's a lot of minutes in a day, so it won't take very long. Overnight, real low and slow, we can fill up 1,000 gallons worth of tanks. And then we'll get another one of these little pumps and set it on there for the garden, and we can run it right from the output of the 3 IBC tanks, and be no limitation. We can run 3 gallons per minute on that until they're dry. So we will water every other day in the summer, every 3 days, 4 days if we get rain, and it'll meet all of our needs. The next step after that is try it out for maybe some home use. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Having a nice day out here with the German Shepherds. They're having a great time. Mr. Kaiser has found him something. There's no telling what he's got. He's got a little baby giraffe. Give me that stick right there, buddy. Let's put that in the water. Kaiser, come here to Papa. Kaiser. Oh, he's going to take it to the water. What you got, buddy? What'd you find? He found him something special. He's not going to share right now. All right. Well, again, thank you for visiting with us here at Whimsical Farm, and we hope that some of the information that we showed you with the little spring and the pump, the little cabinet and the solar panel, all that stuff, hope some of that was helpful to you. And please hit that like and subscribe, and we'll keep updating our videos. Thank you again very, very much. We appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.